Sales starts with listening, and that's exactly what makes car sales difficult. Many shoppers are so focused on the negotiations process they don't want to say much of anything to the salesperson for fear they'll be tipping their hand. Even getting an appointment from the customer can be difficult because some shoppers hide behind the phone or the keyboard. Some shoppers are dealer folks. If only we knew a few things about the shopper, enough to be able to ask questions in a way that made the shopper think, wow, this person seems to really care about me and asks all the right questions. Maybe I can work with him or her. That would help us get them into the store and help them close up once we get into the store. That's exactly what Auto Shopper Profiles delivers. We can drill into the email leads that have come in from our website. I'm going to quickly take you through the features of the pod, then we'll spend the next 13 minutes working examples, the kind that can improve your sales performance. Let's select Beatrice Smith. Now we know what other auto shopper sites they've been on before they came to our site. The other auto sites were Site N, mynissan.com. We also know how long she was on our site. With this information, we don't want to assume anything. The purpose is not to be all-knowing, but to know how to better engage the shopper. Shoppers may have visited previous sites or even our own from a different computer. Besides, shoppers often forget where they shopped online and what they shopped for while they were there. What you have is just enough information to help you get the conversation going in the right direction. You know where they've been, the other sites, and what cars they've viewed. Now this piece right here, Additional Shopper Details, is only available in the Pro version. This is what you'll see with the Pro version for a lead on Jeff Calvers. You get the address, but you also, more than the contact information, know the last activity on your site and the last activity on other automotive sites. There are two kinds of preferences we need to probe into. If the customer is sure about the vehicle fit, then we may need to probe into their preference for the store and how to enhance it. If they have a strong preference for the store, but little preference for a particular vehicle, they may be looking for our help in finding the right vehicle. The sites shopped. Knowing what sites the shopper's been to can give us an indication of whether or not the shopper strongly prefers our store. You can see that this shopper's gone to 9 sites. The other 3 are to the right, and you can scroll right to reveal them when you're in the actual application. In this case, we see that this shopper has gone to other Nissan store sites, as well as Cars.com and AutoTrader. They're clearly shopping aggressively. We've got to meet their needs, or they know they've got other places to go. The autos viewed. This customer seems to be looking to see what options are available within Nissan cars and crossovers. The Murano is nearly twice the price of the Sentra. So this shopper may not be locked down on how much they're willing to spend or what they can afford, but we don't know for sure. It's a good thing to start probing into. The search keys. Now, this is only available with the Pro version of VisiCogn INSITE. The search keys show what the shopper used when they searched for websites. You only get this with the Pro version. This is the true voice of the customer information. The words and phrases they used in search engines while shopping for a vehicle. This will give you deeper insight into their thinking and show you the vocabulary that they've been using. This is also available with the Pro version. The lead stats. You know how many leads they sent from your site, how many leads they sent from other sites, and the percentage of all the leads that came from your site. This gives you an indication of how much preference they have for you and how much they're shopping around. The page view stats. Similar, except instead of looking at leads, we're looking at page views. How many total page views from all their visits occurred on your site, and how many page views on other sites? And then what's your percentage of the total page views? Again, gives you an indication of how locked in that shopper is to preferring your store. If a visitor shopped at many sites, it could be a sign that they've thought it through and are ready to buy, or it could mean they still don't know what to buy. Maybe they're shopping price, or maybe they're trying to find a dealer they're comfortable enough with to come into the store and buy. Dealer folks can be some of the best customers to have once you get them into the store. In this case, this shopper's all over the place with Chevrolet, Nissan, the Ram trucks, the Hyundais, looking at Cars.com, Auto Trader. That doesn't mean that they're not a serious shopper. It may mean they're a very, very aggressive shopper. Probing in will get you that answer. A combination of pickup trucks and small cars. What's going on here? Sometimes it may look as though the shopper is very high in the purchase funnel with no idea what they want. However, this could be a case of adding to the family fleet rather than an isolated vehicle purchase decision. This particular example is of a customer considering a new truck for Dad with the old one going to Junior, or an economy car for Junior. How will they change the family fleet? Until you probe to uncover this fact, you don't really know how to sell this customer a vehicle. When you see great diversification in the autos shopped, it may not be that they're confused. It may be that they're trying to change the family fleet and are just not sure how yet. Sometimes shoppers are drawn to particular vehicles simply because of their perceived value. Note which vehicles can be found in your specials section. It could be that one or more of the vehicles considered were purely aspirational. You can use softly probing questions to find out what your customer is really thinking about in a way that helps build their relationship with you. The information provided by the Auto Shopper Profiles Pod is not likely to tell you exactly what the customer needs, but that's far different from knowing nothing. You know what questions to ask. If you tell the shopper how much you know about them, they're nervous. They'll probably go through the roof or may get angry. If you ask the right questions, they're likely to think you're a dang genius, and a very caring one at that. This could be a sign that the shopper has a strong preference for your site. Or it could mean he's just starting to shop. Here's a simple probe you can use on an example like this. You seem to know your way around. Have you been spending a lot of time peeking at our website? This can open the customer up and give them a good indication about how much preference, give you a good indication about how much preference the shopper has for your store. High share could be another sign that the shopper has a high preference for your store. Again, asking softly probing questions can help you understand what preference brought the shopper in and what remains in doubt. An awful lot of trainers will tell you that it's not all about price, and for most shoppers, that's exactly the case. And if they've got high preference for your store, that is absolutely the case. And you don't need to lead in by talking about price or giving away the store. You can talk to reassure them that they're talking to the right folks, this is the right store, and then you can double back on the preference for the vehicle. talk about the car. If it's not the right car for them, you probably have another one you can match them to. Whether you're setting appointments or handling them, sales starts with listening. Listen to what your customers are not saying to you so you can ask them the questions that help them open up. It's all available to you on VisiCogn INSITE. If you use this information to show the customer how darn smart you are, you're liable to just scare the slobber out of them. They're going to get all cotton-mouthed and not want to talk to you, not want to reveal their true needs, their true intentions. But if you use this to ask softly probing questions, you're far more apt to ask the right questions at the right time and get them to open up, tell you what they really need, and that's the tools that a salesman needs to close the deal. Open that customer up and close the deal. The great folks at Dadium have offered a number of recorded training programs for VisiCogn INSITE. They can all be downloaded from 20grouptraining.com, and we encourage you to do that. Now, you might notice right here, you can save $1,200 if you haven't already downloaded the basic version. We encourage you to do so. Go to VisiCogn.com, INSITE, and then the registration page, and use this promo code, GAL, like Galbraith, GAL Basic. And that'll get you the basic version of VisiCogn INSITE. Now, the Pro version, as you can see, gives you even more information about the customer. The more you know, the more intelligently you can ask questions. That gets you even more information and gets that customer loosened up. Great salespeople know that the person controlling the conversation isn't the one doing the most talking. It's the one asking the questions. And now you've got a tool that gets you the insight